from the bottom of my heart, you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching.
For watching this guy's channel, Jody's channel.
Jody's Corner.
No.
My favorite.
Thank you so much.
YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. I'm back. I finally got caught up with Alita. Got to see it with the homie E. And yeah, I'm going to get into this review. Before we get into that, this video is sponsored and brought to you by Amino apps. More specifically, the Thrones Amino. Now look, you guys know that me personally, I love Game of Thrones. Lots of Game of Thrones fire content on my channel. I can't deliver all the Game of Thrones fire that y'all want. I can't meet that demand. But there's an app out there on Amino, more specifically Thrones Amino, where you guys can go ahead and log on to, check out, and have epic discussions, all type of debates, theories, and all that stuff on the Amino app, guys. It's fantastic, man. I was on there debating with some dude about Tyrion being a Targaryen. It was tight. You can check it out on your mobile, your iOS. You get to the Welcome to the Thrones community message. You get to see people that you could follow if you want to follow them. I just went straight into the app so I can get into the discussions. You see different type of tabs. We have Lannisters. You got Stark stuff. You know what I'm saying? People even role play on the app. You guys could go full on fantasy in this if you want to. So you can go ahead and type your messages or whatever. And, you know, I had to show my love into the Stark chat. Talk about Ned Stark for life, bruh, because that's just what it is. But yeah, this is just a glimpse of what you could do on the Amino app with Thrones, on Thrones Amino. Everything Game of Thrones related. It's not just Starks. You can go to Targaryens. You can let people know about how you feel about Jorah, letting the whole world know that Jorah is Khaleesi's greatest love. It goes from theories to houses to random discussions. Y'all can check it out, man. You build your own community, unite with people. It's a nice conglomerate of just epicness, man. AminoApps.com, you can see all the different places where you can get it. iOS, Android, man. So yeah, shout out to Amino for sponsoring this video. Thrones Amino is where it's at. If you guys are Game of Thrones heads and you want 24/7 access to the community, I think that's the best part of the app. The fact that you could be up at 2 a.m., pull your phone out, talk some Thrones. You know what I'm saying? At work on your lunch break, you feel like talking some Thrones. Your coworkers talking about the latest basketball wives or some shit. You want to hear that shit? Pull up the phone, talk some Thrones. You know what I'm saying? You on the toilet, you got to take a dump. Maybe you got diarrhea. You go to the back, sit on the porcelain, talk some Thrones. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the portability of the app. Thank you to Thrones Amino for sponsoring this video. So now let's go ahead and get to this Alita Battle Angel review. So as you guys know, I'm already a few days late. It was a rough weekend, a rough week for me. I couldn't really just get to it. I didn't have enough time. I was really trying to push out a lot of the content, do a lot of the things, family stuff and all that. Kind of held me back from doing it. But I finally got a chance to see it. This is going to be spoiler free. I don't want to hit a spoiler review. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alita Battle Angel. Fox Studios. James Cameron producing this joint. This was pushed back all the way from December to February because of the competition of Aquaman. What else came out? Bumblebee came out around that time. And you had Mary Poppins return. So of all of those movies, they pushed back Alita Battle Angel. After seeing this movie, I'm going to tell y'all right now, this movie is fantastic. This movie is lit. I love this film, y'all. Now, knowing that this shit got pushed back out of the other 4 movies, bruh, it's sad. And I understand why James Cameron is salty, throwing shade at James Wan in the Aquaman movie. Too bad the Aquaman beat him to the underwater scenes and made an epic sci-fi looking type of film. Now, I don't agree with the stuff James Cameron has been saying. He was hating on Patty Jenkins and Wonder Woman when that came out and pushed the envelope of female empowerment. And he's hating on James Wan and the Aquaman because of he went to underwater first and he's nitpicking how Aquaman could swim underwater and shit, whatever. But I'm able to separate the man from the craft. And the fact of the matter is, even though he didn't direct it, oh, this looks like a James Cameron motherfucking movie. What I mean by that is this freaking CG on this joint is fantastic. It's Avatar level fantastic. This is some of the best CG I've seen in... This is probably the best CG I've seen since Avatar. This might be better than Avatar CG. That's just the way I feel about it. So the fact that you're able to... Uncanny Valley is a thing. So when I could see something isn't real, it could kind of take me out of it. With this film, even though she has these big bubble eyes and she's clearly half cyborg, Alita, the main character, she looks so realistic. The motion capture work is fantastic. You know, they put those little masks on, they do the little headshots and all that. I really loved the way that this film looked, man. And because I bought into the realism of this movie, I think you as a viewer, you're able to give yourself to the world, give yourself to the story, give yourself to everything you're seeing on camera, because nothing that pops up on this camera when you're watching this film tricks you into thinking, oh god dang, I'm watching a freaking movie and I'm out of it. Nah, this film delivers on a technical aspect to the T. I can't talk highly enough about how impressive this film looks visually. But there's more than visuals when it comes to a movie, right? Well, yeah, you're right. Story. I really like the story of Alita. The story of Alita is about a girl who was dumped down from a higher up society, or this is a world where there's one floating city left, and it's the awesomest place to be in all of the galaxy. And everyone down below are the scum, bottom feeder, murderer, corrupt type of societies, and that's where Alita got thrown down into. She was discovered by a Dr. Ida, who's played by Christoph Waltz. And he takes her, gives her a body, and then she finds out what it's like to live below, even though she comes from above. And then you're on the journey with her and how she goes about finding her own self and trying to figure out who she is, because she's had some memory issues due to the way she was found. So that's basically what's up with Alita. I could buy into that, but the story goes way more deeper, and I'm not going to go into it. But I can tell you guys right now, the story's lit. The story is fire. And there's one thing that I respect about this movie. The thing is, I respect this movie completely. But there's one thing that I really, really respect. And I think film in today's Hollywood is effing up. People are so busy trying to make sequels, they don't get the first movie right. People make movies to make trilogies nowadays. It's like when they release a movie, they're like, okay, that's definitely a trilogy. Put it out. And they're so busy using the first film to tie into future films and talk about what's going to happen in the next film, in the next movie, and they leave you wanting more in the first movie. And it shoots themselves in the foot, because why would I watch your sequel when the first version is garbage? Because you didn't give me enough meat there to even want the second film. This film, it doesn't do that. This film gives you so much story. It's believable. It's well written. The dialogue is fantastic. The voice work is dope. The acting is spectacular. The direction is phenomenal. The action is through the roof. And then you get that story that is just believable and captivating. This movie does a good job at making you root for Alita. I love the person who did the voice acting for this girl. She has such a raspy voice. I just loved it. First time I heard her voice in the movie, I fell in love. I said, I like her. I like her. I thought it was Paula Patton's voice because she had kind of the raspiness, but I don't think it was Paula Patton's voice. So, but still, I love this character. This is how you do a female heroine. This is how you do it. No SJW bullshit at all. It was nice. I really enjoyed this film. The story is great. This movie is great through and through. This is a highly recommended film from me to you, and I respect this movie for letting us know that there will be a sequel. There's going to be a sequel after this, guys, and they did it in the best way possible, giving me a great first film and leading me to want to know what happens next in the next film. I can't wait to see this next film. This film is a marvel. This is a fantastic film, and I really had a good time watching it. And if I'm going to go ahead and grade this movie, I would grade this thing a solid A. Motherfucker. Put the ace on that boy. Yeah, Alita Battle Angel. Man, shit. I give it that A, bruh. If you guys haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. I definitely recommend you guys, because this is a movie that doesn't come out every year. This is a once in a decade type of movie. It's an Avatar level type of film. From a technological aspect, storytelling aspect, it's just great. I really enjoyed it. And just one last final thing I want to say to this man. This movie was funny as heck. The movie was funny And I don't know if it was trying to be funny, but it was funny as heck. Mahershala Ali has a scene at the end of the film that made me almost die in my seat of how funny it was. And real quick, the shining note of this movie is Christoph Waltz. After Alita's Christoph, I love this character. Christoph Waltz, you keep reminding me of why you're my top two. You're probably my top two favorite actors in Hollywood after Leonardo DiCaprio. I think it's Leo, then it's you, man. I love me some Christoph Waltz. Thank you guys so much for watching this movie review. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Thank you so much. I'm Jody Joe, and I'm out this thing, man. Deuces.